Okay, good afternoon everybody. So this is part 2 to that grape video. So now I'm in the front yard and I'm gonna go over a few more things, a few more pests and reasons of concern on grapes. So these guys are in the front yard and they're on my front fence. So all these guys get is afternoon sun. They just get the worst of it. So these guys usually end up looking pretty bad, especially by the end of the year. But I mean, they've got grapes on them, but I don't really take care of these or concern myself with these because they just kind of get forgotten out here. But a few more examples to go over. So this leaf, if you'll see the pattern that it's been eaten in, and this one back here. So did you see the pattern? So that's a katydid. So when you encounter one, it's just like mice. Like when you encounter one, there's tons in your yard and they do breed. I mean, they don't like hang out in groups exactly like clusters, but when they have babies, those babies can eat. Like, let me tell you, they can eat an entire plant. And where they're detrimental is on your new plants. So like, for instance, you get a new citrus tree, it's in a 5-gallon pot, you plant it. Well, if katydids get a hold of that, they're going to eat all the new growth, which is now going to set that thing back for the summer because it was trying to add some extra solar panels and newly adapted leaves, and the katydids get in there and they'll eat all the new little leaves, and then then that plant has to try again. And they only like to try growing new leaves. They give you a few chances, and then after that they just give up the ghost. So that's why katydids are detrimental. So that's what these guys do. The leafcutter bees, what they do is they notch these leaves, and they don't really do any harm other than the fact that they are reducing the solar panels, the area of your solar panels, down to a smaller leaf. I don't have too many of those out here. The main problem out here is the wind. I mean, the wind has just been beating the snot out of these things. And then of course the leaf cutters like to do their damage too. But so yeah, all these things are just reducing the solar panels. You got to think about it that way. So those grape leaf hoppers, so these are better examples of leaves of what they do. So if you have leaves that look like this, then if you turn them over or disturb that vine, then you'll see them fly around, little tiny leaf hoppers, and they literally suck the life out of and kill the plant. Like here's one that's going through its phases, and eventually that leaf will just collapse. And so you don't want those. You want nice new growth. So you really got to be on top of those leaf hoppers because they'll just kill the entire plant and set it back for the summer, because now it's going into summer, and of course it doesn't need to be knocked back in health by these guys. So this is another issue with these guys. And then feeding, as far as feeding goes, they need a lot of food. They're heavy feeders and heavy waterers, because like I said, grapes are all pretty much water. So right now I've got this passion fruit vine that I planted out here, and I put it on this mesquite tree, and my goal was to have it climb up this mesquite and more or less turn this non-fruiting, well, it's sort of fruiting, non-fruiting tree into a fruiting plant. And so far it has completely swamped the base of the tree, and then has taken over a really good section of the front. Like I said, it's all afternoon sun, and this thing just loves it. I mean, as opposed to grapes, I mean, there's no issues with passion fruit. These things are a weed. So what I think I'm going to do is just let the passion fruit just swamp over the grapes and more or less just take those guys out, because I would rather have the passion fruit out here. I've got all the grapes in the back that I need, and the passion fruit are just gorgeous. Just rocking it out here in the full afternoon sun. And look, they're just crawling down all the way to the end. Actually, cool, all the way literally to the end of my property, right on the corner is where that passion fruit vine ends. And then yeah, it goes all the way back here. So and I mean, he's just full of fruit, and I don't hand pollinate these fruit because I don't have time to do that. So I just let them do their own thing, and then they just fruit on their own. I mean, there's just fruit everywhere on this thing. It's just hidden. And the cool part about it is when it's ready, it just falls off onto the ground and you just go collect them. It's getting a bunch more flowers too. So eventually this guy will, actually he's made it all the way down to here and is now latched onto that kumquat. So this vine is already, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet long. So these grow super fast. Like I said, they're a weed. Nothing hurts these. Full afternoon sun, full sun. Once they get established, they are literally a weed, and you have to cut these back all the time or they will swamp anything and everything that you let them grow on. So I always have to keep these guys in check because I don't want them smothering out some plants. Like I've got this the mango behind it. I don't want that swamped out, and I don't want this Barbados cherry swamped out. So see, I'm having to constantly come out here and pull these tendrils off of these plants or they will swamp everything. So I'm just going to let him come down here to the end of the fence and then let him stop. So I know, I'm sorry this turned out to be a sort of a passion fruit video also, but they're a good alternative for something that requires less care. Let's put it that way. I mean, easy fruiting, passion fruit, a little bit more difficult, grapes. You got to really be into grapes. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching.